Hi, welcome to The Door Talks. We've decided to go into my terrible childhood and look at a film which sort of frightened me, and I kind of forgot it existed till very recently.
You mean you repressed it?
I repressed it.
Yeah.
But with all this I know we're throwing into Star Wars stuff at you guys, sorry. But with all this Star Wars stuff, it just sort of reappeared because I was thinking about Star Tours, thinking about Disneyland. It's Captain EO.
Captain EO.
Created by George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola. Yes, the director of The Godfather and fucking Star Wars.
Obviously,
and Michael Jackson.
We're going in.
This was played at, I saw it at Disneyland Paris, but they basically played it just in the theme park. So in a little movie. Yeah,
it was a 3D film.
Yeah.
I went to go and see the one that replaced it called Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Okay, was
it was actually quite good. This was weird.
So it's basically Michael Jackson wants to do Star Wars.
Yeah, essentially.
And sing.
Cut to a giant 3D boulder. Just imagine that, Joe. Just imagine that 1980s graphics coming right at you, that huge boulder.
Looks like a dog
with your 3D glasses on.
Yeah.
Did you must have worn 3D glasses for this when you watched it? I remember watching 3D glasses, wearing 3D glasses for that.
We'll get to all the characters. There's very few characters, but there's a blue elephant guy in like a wife beater. I know that's the incorrect term for it, but that's the English term for it.
He's in a vest. Yeah.
It was a vest. It's that white kind of vest. And at
vest.
some point, Die Hard vest is probably more like PC. I know at some point you kind of go like that, and I remember being very scared of that as a child. So I think that's what repressed it. So we've got elephant guy who I'm scared of. Then we've got butterfly cat thing.
Yeah, that was weird. It's like a pixie cat. It kind of looked like the Snarf.
Snarf. Thundercat.
Yeah.
We've got two robots that fit together. So you've got Moustache Robot, the bigger one, with a jaw.
Yeah, and then you've got weird, like, slinky arm robot.
Did he have like a helicopter thing, like a robot on his head? And
those two were like standard robots to me. They weren't like... when they first came in, I was like, oh my God, it looks so Star Wars-y. But they just looked like standard, like, what can we do robots.
Yeah, it was... It was very Jim Henson-y, the puppets.
Yeah.
Especially so with the pilot one, which is like two... There was like this double-headed chicken. It looked like things in Labyrinth that dance and pull their heads off.
Yeah.
It was very Henson. At the end, we were looking thinking, Jim Henson has something to do with this. Because obviously they loads with Disney, but they just ripped it off. But all like space effects and stuff, it was very Star Wars. Obviously, George Lucas must have used loads of the same people.
Yeah.
But they kind of just fly into a big Death Star trench.
Yeah, it's essentially exactly like the last bit of the Death Star.
And then the Romulans attack or whatever.
Yeah, well, you meet the cast and then you meet the Colonel that's just like, obviously...
The eyebrows.
Yeah, Colonel Hologram face. When holograms just don't really work the way we also imagined holograms work. Apparently holograms are like physical
you can throw
things.
whatever. What the fuck was that? What was he throwing at it?
I think he just goo.
I
don't know where that pixie got that goo from.
Like butterfly and cat shit.
Anyway, so he's the Colonel.
Yeah.
And he thinks they're a bunch of losers. So they've got to prove themselves and deliver the gift to the...
Was that what I literally I was trying to work out where they were flying from. They were going there with a gift.
They were going there to deliver the gift.
I was too busy looking at the robots.
To the people. To the Queen. To the Witch Queen. Who is Angelica Houston. So anyway, they crash after flying through the Death Star. And and then they basically get taken captive. But there's loads of like trash everywhere.
People. It was very like Mighty Boosh, like I am evil tree, and the sandpaper guy who was just like just stick stuff.
And then she also said that she was going to turn the rest of the crew into trash cans. Trash cans, yeah. So obviously everyone on that, like all that stuff in that planet, is all the people who she's turned into trash cans.
Why does she want to live like that?
I don't know.
How does that make happy?
I think she's been possessed by some sort of like evil spirit thing.
100 years of torture.
12 years dungeon. All of you. Dungeon. 7 years, no trials.
She was quite cool, actually. We just found out that she was actually the inspiration for the Borg Queen in Star Trek.
Yeah, I was also getting a lot of vibes from spoilers, Palpatine from Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And again, thinking, what's he want? He wants to destroy the planet and reattach those tubes. What world is that to live in? Trash world or Sith world?
Yeah, no, you're right there. And also the way that Michael Jackson does all the elections.
Yeah, it was like life force.
Yes, he's like the new Ray.
He's just going like, pew, and like shooting off lasers. And he could basically turn trash people into multicultural, multicoloured dancers, essentially.
He just turned them into like 80s people.
Yes, the super 80s guy.
There was that one that I was like, who's he going to turn? Is he going to? Because he turned two trash people into
robots,
into like normal robot trash people. But then like the people who were coming out the wall that were like really creepy. They just went super 80s. They didn't look like the trash people in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, so he gives them the gift, and guess what the gift is, Joe?
He goes. He does a big speech to Angelica Houston on these pipes. And it's like something, but this is a gift you can And Mark just goes, here, yes, here, yes.
Yeah.
And then it was really weird because he starts dancing, but then we were like, the bass line starts, and then they're kind of moving around and shuffling, like obviously doing like Michael Jackson dance moves, but then they're kind of mouthing words, but nothing's been out.
And
I'm
just like...
yeah. I was like, oh, someone, this version have tried to stop the copyright. So like, oh my god, there's going to be no singing. But then he starts singing. But then there's obviously bits where maybe they cut the intro of the song.
I'm not sure about that. I just think that it was that weird. And we just weren't hearing it through the correct sound.
I think it had some big intro, which they just was like, well, leave it and just have that repeating bass line.
They had like loads of dances that weren't to that much music. It was just like a...
Well, it's like in Beat It, where you can kind of hear like and Thriller, where you kind of hear the shuffling the feet is half the thing.
Half the sound.
Also, his whole crew turns into drum kits. And,
that was very strange, actually.
And
let's go a bit
it was
more
all like
that.
claymation animation, and the blue elephant turned into Max Rebo, the other famous blue elephant from Return of the Jedi, who plays the keys.
Which is also a circular keyboard. He fucks it up though, doesn't he?
Yeah, they're like, we're going to murder Michael Jackson because he couldn't get his jack cable in or whatever.
The key came off. Yeah. He managed to be a professional and play through that.
The song was Change the World.
Right, okay.
That was the song. I can't remember it. Just the bass line, just the continuous... like, that wouldn't fucking stop.
He made her beautiful.
Yeah, he basically was just constantly firing lasers of beauty at people.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually think she was pretty hot before, when she was the big...
I think she was
like Borg Queen.
Well, she went from the Borg Queen to the Columbia logo thing, where it's just...
Borg Queen. Yeah. I don't know, I never really found Angelica Houston that hot, but then now I'm like, yeah, okay, with the Borg Queen.
I don't know, she was always quite...
She was hot as Morticia, but only because you just knew that she was she would just be a firecracker in bed. You knew that, not Uncle Fester, Gonzo. Is his name Gonzo? Gonzo.
He's fucking Gomez.
Gonzo. So you know that Gomez was going to bed a happy guy every night.
Yeah, but the whole time you're having sex with her, there's someone off camera shining a light into her eyes, because that's a Joanne, she always had light on her eyes. Oh, yeah. We saw with a mirror and a light shining wherever she went.
Well, that'd be quite cool, but the guy would have to hide in the corner.
Fuck off, Steve.
Yeah. Steve, can we have a moment, please?
Yeah.
But yeah, got a migraine.
She just turns into like Columbia logo with like the sky behind her, and she's like holding something, just like hello, and I'm good now.
She has a really nice ombre effect going up her dress.
Ombre.
Don't know why.
I don't know what ombre effect is.
Ombre is like a gradient. It was like a blue to red gradient. That was quite unusual.
I didn't notice that. She just looked like to me. She looked like a weird pink. Because then all the sky went like Shepherd's Delight or whatever.
Yeah, like Evangelion.
It was like the Evangelion, the Red Sea and stuff. And you find out the whole planet is basically turned into plants and shit. It was basically Sonic the Hedgehog, where he turns all the robot people into not animals, but
I think he turned them back.
Yeah.
That was the way
that's what Robotnik does. Robotnik turns animals into robots.
And he changes them back.
He turned the Death Star back into the World Star, I guess.
Yeah. The last song was better.
Yeah, well, that's, what's it called? Another Part of Me, which is Another Part of You.
Yeah, I preferred that one.
So that was that. I knew that one straight away. I couldn't remember the fucking world one. And then it sort of pans away from Earth. And everything's great. Well, it's not really Earth. And I literally was expecting Heal the World, because I think it was that kind of era of Michael Jackson. Yeah. It was that kind of time frame. It felt similar.
Like, the first song felt like it was kind of like all the lyrics that he didn't want to use for Heal the World.
Yeah.
Was just like, change the world.
Yeah.
And he just sort of mixed it up and just went, we'll use that song that I was doing, but then Heal the World was better.
And he did some moonwalks.
He did a lot of that shit.
It was just, for a little time... The only thing I can think slightly similar is I went to the Terminator ride in Tokyo, Japan.
Right.
Do you know one where it's like basically like a 3D show of blah 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 blah? Yeah. I was trying to think of, because that's like a short film, and I was trying to think of something similar. And that's like a short little. If you just going, I say it scared me as a kid, but I was trying to think. It was actually kind of all right.
It was all right, yeah.
If it was 1987 and Michael Jackson's like the biggest fucking star in the world, I'd be like, fucking hell. I'm enjoying this.
A little bit of trivia here as well. It was the most expensive. It is the most expensive film per minute ever made. So it was like $1 million a minute it cost. And I
think it is like 15, 18 minutes. No more than 20 minutes.
Yeah. I think 18 minutes is probably fair. But yeah, so crazy expensive. So I don't know. Do you think it was that great? Do you think it brought that many people to the Epcot Centre? You think? Well, people were there like, I'm desperate to see that Michael Jackson Captain EO film.
And I saw it in Paris, and and I think it was in Tokyo. I think it got released. It got released everywhere. But no, it was just fucking weird. It was.
Where's the map?
Fucking weird.
Yeah, Captain EO.
Yeah, obviously with all Michael Jackson things, this was slightly soured by all the horrific child abuse. Child abuse allegations. Yeah, well, I mean, he's not. Yeah, I mean, you can't really defend himself. It's like the alleged Jimmy Savile ones, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, all the weird. I could just imagine
Jimmy Savile watch this now.
Yeah, just in case, like, oh no, we're gonna get got for Jimmy Savile.
Oh, Matthew Broderick's here.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking coincidence.
He killed those people. But yeah,
he was in Rick and Morty. He was in the most Rick and
I've not watched any Rick
with
and
the
Morty.
cat.
I've not seen any
Matthew
Rick and
Broderick,
Morty.
the murderer, is there getting all that Rick and Morty dollar.
Well, I don't care about that, but I mean. Also, should we just
You're
quickly
coming
talk
down on Michael Jackson?
The guy, well,
there was proof that Broderick did it.
Yeah, well, he doesn't remember it though.
Well,
Michael Jackson remembers that. Those children remember that nut butter in their
duck
bums. Duck butter, not nut butter. Oh, wait, it was duck butter.
It was duck butter.
Oh,
we did a whole hinge called duck butter.
No. Captain EO wasn't the pervert. The person who played Captain EO was a pervert.
Yeah.
So paedophile, sorry, not pervert. Well, both.
Both.
Really.
We are going to watch Moonwalker, by the way, Mark. No, Mark's haven't seen Moonwalker.
Why are we giving him loads of like?
He's not
royalties?
getting any money from this.
He's getting.
This was
money.
from YouTube. This was a stream. Who's going to buy the VHS? It's not even available. You can't even buy Captain EO.
Oh right, I thought you meant talking about Moonwalker or whatever.
I don't think people are buying it.
But if we have to, okay, yeah, fine, whatever.
I'll rent Moonwalker.
No, we're not renting it. We're going to download it illegally.
He turns to a car.
I know. I understand that.
And I forgot Joey Pesci was in it. Anyway, sorry, guys.
Joey Pesci.
Joey Pesci.
Joey Pesci.
So anyway,
we're not Joey Pesci. Hey kid, I'm going to tear you off. Okay.
Right. So thanks.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was Captain EO.
We had nowhere to go with this. We just thought we'd reintroduce you to the fucking weirdness that is Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And George Lucas was part of this.
And also the guy who invented Goodfellas. What, Goodfellas? No, Godfather.
We didn't invent it, but Francis Ford Coppola is a very famous director. I'm surprised you didn't know.
He invented it.
Yeah. And Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I know. Big. I've not seen any of those.
We might do Apocalypse Now one of these days.
Okay.
But until then, we're just going through the slums of
we're just going to keep watching Captain EO
and
see you in a bit.
Goodbye.